In this final video of 2011 for Garvin's Construction, we are going to take now this journal entry information and put it into our balance sheet, income statement, and statement of cash flow. All right, so let's start with the income statement. We know we're going to have this revenues number, and we're going to have this cost of construction number, which we use as a plug. So this then, or close this window and go here. So our revenues, and I've squeezed all this in here. So our income statement, our first line is the revenues of $625. We're going to have that cost of construction of $500. So we end up having a gross profit of, and that was a bad line. I need to make that line better. We're going to have a gross profit of $125 in 2011. Okay. What else do we have in 2011? Well, if we go through the computations, what we have, and I did T accounts for everything, but you're going to have you double check my numbers. My cash number was $1,400. The accounts receivable was $50, and if I go back to here, I can show that to you. The accounts receivable is $50 because I had the $450 starting in accounts receivable, and then I had the $400 that was received, so I'm left with $50 in the accounts receivable account. All right. Construction in progress. Well, I'm going to jump over here, and we've got this T account set up for construction in progress. So at the end of 2011, I have $625 in this account, and my billings in contract, I have $450. So we'll take these then to the balance sheet. Construction in progress is $625, and billings in contract is a contra account. It's a contra account to billings on contract. And so if we look at that, my total now is $1,625. My common stock is still $1,500, and my retained earnings now is $125. And how do we know that? Well, beginning retained earnings is 0 plus my net income, or gross profit in this case, $125. And so it's my name is 125. So the total is here is $1,625, and that totals up. Let's look at the statement of cash flow as the last piece. We're going to start with net income, and that's going to be $125. And now we're going to look at the changes in the accounts. Remember, on the asset side, it's always beginning minus ending. So accounts receivable, so our change in our accounts receivable account is a negative 50 because it went up by 50. Construction in progress, and I'm going to start labeling that CIP. That's a negative 625. And billings on contract, I'm going to label that BOC. That's 450. If I add all those up, I think it is a negative 100. So there's my total change in cash. And my beginning cash was $1,500. And so my ending cash is $1,400. Okay, so that's my income statement, balance sheet, and statement of cash flows. That finishes up 2011 for Garvin's Construction.